I mean, obviously, you know, we've watched the other clip before you came on, but how was that, obviously, sitting with Ralph, the two of you watching that together? It was wonderful, because we went through everything, Morecambe and Wise, Are You Being Saved, you know, the two Ronnies, because I love comedy, you know.
Yeah.
And I have a little input into a little cabaret club in Liverpool. In fact, I think it's the only cabaret club in the north, called the Green Room. And we have, like, Mick Miller, Tom O'Connor.
Great, yeah.
And Ken Dodd has come in and done performances there twice without being asked and without getting paid. Brilliant. Well done, Doddy! Well done, Doddy!
Just for the sheer joy of it.
I love it. I love it. I'd done it for 5 years, and then I took a year out because it was a bit too much, like Friday, Saturday and Sunday afternoon. But I love it to see the young stuff coming through, the young talent and stuff like that. Yeah. And it reminds me of the old days, you know. But we have, like, people like Johnny Casson comes along and, you know, people, Bobby Kay and people, names that you've probably never heard of, but they're really, really funny, old school.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to dinner with Doddy on the 13th. We have 4 times a year, we have what we call the Good Turns. And it's a charity event. We'd raise a few quid. And all his guests will be comedians. And they all get up and do 10 minutes or 5 minutes.
Fantastic.
Then he finishes off. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. He could have 50 on and he could still go on and do it. Because when he's on stage, he does like 5 hours.
He does, I remember, I've seen it.
5 hours without repeating himself.
Wow.
Yeah.
But what, so, I mean, when you're out and about, obviously, do you get sort of mostly recognised for Jim Royal now, or is it back to Brookside? Because I obviously know you from, well, we all know you from Brookside. I was a Brookside addict.
Yeah. No, it's Jim. There must be 50 times a day, whether it's lorry drivers, taxi drivers, kids when I'm walking past the school playground, and I get my catchphrase 50 times, 100 times a day.
Thank you for just saying my catchphrase.
Is it true that Caroline had been a Brookie fan, and that's why? Because I was devastated when you and Sheila left Brookie. And was she a fan? Is that how she put the two of you together?
We were at the Royal Television Society. I was up for something, and there was a Buffy, and Rita, my wife, said, "Go and get a sandwich, Rick." And I went over, and I bumped into her. She had her back to me, and I bumped into her, and she turned around and she went, "Oh, you're my dad, aren't you?" And I went back to Lisa and said, "That poor girl's got mental health problems." She said, "Why?" I said, "She thinks I'm her dad." And the next day we got a phone call, can you come to Granada? We're doing a rain through, and that was simple. But she was very, very brave because she chose me and Sue Johnson.
Together. That is amazing that she chose you both again.
Yeah, after doing the stuff we'd done in Brookside to do...
And didn't you walk... Is it right, you walked out of Brookside, didn't you?
I walked out of Brookside, yeah.
Because you felt that your
Well, I'm a socialist, and I was playing the trades unionist, and they wanted my character to go bent. And I said, "There's enough of that in real life, I'm not putting it on the screen."
Good for you.
And so was that your... We were thinking this morning, wasn't it? Was the Royal the first comedy that you did then?
I don't know whether it was. I mean, no, I'd done Mike Bassett, I think. Did that come after? I don't know.
Well, we're hoping you'd know.
You were talking about I'm 77 going on 78. And but it reminded me before when you were talking about orgasms. I'm very lucky.
Oh, yeah, this is...
No, listen to this. No, listen.
You ever faked an orgasm?
Let me tell you this.
Okay.
I'm still having sex at 77. No. But I live at number 4. I live at number 4. But I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah?
Rita. When Rita has an orgasm, she pulls me hair, scratches me face and punches me on the nose. And that's happened for 20 years.
But does she do that? Does she fake that sometimes?
I've just found out she is faking it.
She's just popping in your
Get off.
Oh, Ricky, thank you for coming on the show today. Ricky Tomlinson.
Thank you.
We get some pretty fabulous guests here on Loose Women. There's plenty more where that came from. Just click here to watch more interviews with a whole range of famous faces. And click here to subscribe. It's free, so you'd be silly not to, really.